Hey guys, welcome to the Sons of Video podcast.
Tom C. D. Marks.
Right here.
Justified.
In your ears.
The Sons are justified.
The Sons of Ears ears.
Yeah. This is episode 8.
Guys, can you believe it?
We made it.
Crazy Eights, they called us.
I can't believe we made it. We're not only pioneers, but we're surviving-ears.
We've made it past lucky number 7 to the world's unluckiest number 8.
We made it past lucky number 6, too.
Yeah.
And lucky number 5.
That's true. And not as lucky number 4.
Whatever you call those other 3, they're
And
bad
then regular luck 3, 2,
those
and 1.
first 3 were, we had to slog through them. But here we are at 8. That's our lucky episode.
I think 3 was really good.
6 was really good. 3 wasn't good.
What was 3?
Plot holes.
Yeah, that could use some work.
Yeah, we're going to go back and edit it now that it's been released for a month.
Yeah, well, we'll just put a little spit shine on it. No big deal.
Anyway, guys, we're back. Are you enjoying everything?
Yeah, you like hearing us talk. This is called the Callback Podcast.
Starting off with
Yeah.
the callback. Listen, guys, we're going to jump right into the topic.
Splash right in.
Instead of wasting your time, you got stuff to do. You're at work. You're building a bridge or a ditch.
You're building a bridge to go over a
You're
ditch.
connecting 2 wires together to make some kind of reaction.
You don't want anything to explode all the time.
I don't know what people do with jobs. I go to work.
We're tycoonionaires.
I go to work. I play video games, and then I make this podcast once a week.
Every day, once a week.
It takes up a lot of my time. I'm really busy all the time. People ask me, could you do this thing for me? I'm like, no, I'm really busy. I have a podcast to do on Saturday.
Tom, could you help me move on
I
Saturday?
got a podcast on Thursday I got to do.
Tom, come to my baby shower.
Got a week of podcast planning.
Tom, could you please circumcise my child?
Absolutely not. I'm not a mohel. I cannot perform that.
Also, you're incredibly busy.
Well, I'm busy getting my certificate for being a mohel.
Ah.
I assume it's one certificate.
Well, I mean, you could technically just be like a doctor. Doctors do circumcisions too.
Do they?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I guess it's only a mohel if you're Jewish.
Yeah, a medical circumcision.
I really
Just a
dropped the ball
doctor.
on that one.
Doctor or something would do.
That was a mistake. Guys, we're going to have a totally unrelated to the Jewish faith topic.
Yeah, what do you call it? Justified violence. You could see that has to do something to do with Jewish people.
Yeah, maybe. Sort of. Here's the deal, guys. I'm going to do it a little more extravagant. Justified violence and violence in video games.
Justified violence and violence.
Justifiable violence.
It was as big as a... Okay. But yeah, so this week, we're kind of keying off of the blarticle that I wrote.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Take note of that.
blarticle.
Secretariat, write that down.
That's
my
horse.
secretary's name.
Yeah.
Secretariat.
We're keying off of the blog article I just wrote, which is all about
It's a great read, everybody. Get on that.
the justification of violence.
If you're not looking at the blog, do it, because that's a great article.
in the video.
This is what the blog's all about.
Yeah.
Stuff like this.
I'm bringing you my
It's
opinions.
another D. Mars classic.
And now we're gonna talk at you about it
I wanted to key off this because I just thought about this recently.
because you just put a key in a keyhole.
What? No, because I watched an episode of Family Guy, which is even more confusing, but I'm going to make sense of it.
Here comes, folks.
Because your article is talking about like violence and senseless violence and justified violence, and you make the point that like the violence is like in a Mass Effect, the game you're committing violent acts because of a just war and such.
Yeah.
And I was recently watching an episode of Family Guy, and this episode where it's Quagmire's sister is getting beaten.
Okay.
Did you see that one?
Yeah, I do remember that one.
But so the story goes on, and eventually they get the idea to just kill her fiance or whatever. And
The abusive boyfriend.
And so they kill him, and then that's the end of the episode, and everybody lives happily ever after. And I was like, is that the right message to send? That if someone's a bad person, you should just go ahead and kill them?
I mean, like, that's...
It was obviously done to an exaggerated proportion.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing of it is that, like, typically violence against women, that's, like, something that people generally are kind of get down for violence for.
Yeah, obviously. However, it still was like, killing this guy is the right option.
No, it was premeditated murder, which the court...
They're like, we're going to kill him, and then they kill him in a brutal fashion.
Yeah, the court finds to be the most heinous kind. Like, if they were like, well, that guy's a jerk, I'm going to murder him right now. It's different in the eyes of the court, in the eyes of the law.
And it kind of makes me think, like, you have some games that are just outright violent for violence sake.
Yeah, I talked about the most recent Mortal Kombat game. I mean, that's they're trying to be funny, Because, like, all the fatalities and stuff are like, oh, well, you and your ninja buddy are going to tear a man in half by his legs. That's so funny. Isn't that wacky, guys?
It's not funny to me.
Yeah, I'm like...
Because there's a difference between brutality and violence.
Yeah,
by the way.
It's senseless brutality. It's senseless, mindless gore for no good reason.
It's pornographic for agoraphobias.
Yeah, for the girls.
Whatever you want to call it. That's what it is. It's a pornographic.
I call them sick folk.
It's not. Here's the deal about me, guys. I'm going to explain right off the bat. I don't care much for violence.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I don't care about justice, which I do.
No, we love justice.
I'm a man of righteousness. I'm a man of action in order to achieve justice. Because I'm a man. I'm a strong man. In a circus. But the thing is, when you have senseless brutality, especially in a comical sense or a a sense where it's not. Where there's no consequences, I hate that.
No,
hate it.
I really do too. Like,
some people enjoy just seeing people getting dismembered. That's not for me, friends.
I remember even like some like kids movie I saw one time. I don't remember which one it was, but like some guy has like a heart attack or something, and like they make a big joke out of it. And even back when I was a young kid, I was like, "That's not right. Why are we laughing at this? That guy's dead now."
Maybe I'm just too sensitive about mortality, but I don't think that's it.
No, I come from a very standpoint of I believe that, life is a sacred thing, which is not to say that I don't believe in violence as can be a just application of ridding the world of evil. But, I think it should always be a last resort unless it's really cool. Wait, what? No, I just think that violence doesn't always have to be the answer. And while a lot of video games, I made the point in the article, video games are violent. There's no getting around it.
Yeah.
They're based around conflict because it just makes it interesting. And a lot of times, you'll have your games like Fallout, you'll have games like a Call of Duty.
Brutal games.
Yeah, where you're like, oh, what's that? Oh, I just murdered an entire airport in Modern Warfare 2. But guess what, guys? You don't have to kill anyone in that level. You don't. You don't have to kill a single person. You can just walk by.
Well, that's sort of irrelevant to the point.
No, the point is...
Sorry.
Is that not only do you not have to kill people in it, but like it's a game. It's a game trying to make a point through violence.
That's true. That's a good point.
I'll let you talk a little bit.
We're just gonna take turns. We should have a little buzzer that we ding when we're done.
It's like a chess.
We should have a mediator.
It's like a chess match.
We should have Daniel Craig come in, be the mediator. He dings it, Tom C, please, and he gives you a handsome man pout.
I don't even think he says.
And if you try to talk, he gives you a not handsome.
I think he holds up a card.
So he just gives the pout the whole time.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't get me wrong. We've played many a game with killing and stuff. Fallout is a particularly brutal game, especially of this generation.
No, and
hey,
don't.
So gonna let me talk. Whoa!
I'm trying to agree with your point.
I think you're getting in the way of it. The thing is, sorry, there's conflict on the podcast. He's walking out, folks. But no, here's the deal.
You've had it.
Like, it's one of the most brutal games of this generation. And now Skyrim has, like, chopping off heads and stuff. And I don't need that. I don't need it. I'm sure there are people there who like seeing that kind of stuff. But my question is, why?
Yeah, I mean, we always...
What's the... Do you really need that?
We make the joke about how, like, we go on gaming websites or, like, 4chan's video game part or whatever. And there'll be people, like, who have a Fallout title. It's like, yeah, every time I kill a woman in Fallout, I dismember her. And it really just makes me really happy. And I see other people who are like, yeah, I do that too all the time. We're like,
those people have a mental
have problems.
That's not a healthy way of thinking.
No. I love the ladies. I want to see them. I want to see all parts together.
I don't care about men, but I don't want to see them dismembered.
Yeah.
Guys, I was raised on video games. That was my hobby the whole time. And yet, I don't have these super violent, hyper violent fantasies like these people do.
No, and don't get me wrong. In Fallout, yes, a popular pastime was killing everybody in Rivet City or Moresty Station.
That's for fun. But you didn't get, like, a sexual joy out of it.
No, it was because
some of these weirdos.
We killed them in ridiculous ways of, like, putting, like, 100 landmines in the middle of a floor and then walking into them.
Yeah, that's fun.
You're like, oh, that's wacky.
Sure, it's someone's life being ended, but that's a little less to the point that we're making.
Yeah, I mean, we're not doing it for anything other than, like... And for the most part, most of the violence that we do carry out in a game like that is against ourselves.
That's true.
Because we're like, I wonder how many times I can jump off Tenpenny Tower before it gets boring. Oh, it'll never get boring? It'll always be funny? Okay, well, stick with that.
Yeah. And the thing is, in Fallout, you're doing a lot of killing, but they're usually against some pretty terrible people.
Yeah, and this kind of brings us to the whole
Justified thing.
The creamsicle.
The creme de la creme.
The cream filling of this whole thing is that sometimes you got to get your violence on.
Sometimes people have to be killed. This applies to real life too.
It's true, and nobody likes to say it.
Not that I'm going to be the guy who comes out and kill you. I'm not going to do that.
Nobody wants to say it. No one wants to hear it. But sometimes you just got to do it.
Here's what I always say: there is always a way to resolve things peacefully and democratically, but sometimes that can't be done as fast as it needs to happen to prevent a lot of people from being dealt with in an unpeaceful and undemocratic way.
Yeah, the example I made in the article was in Mass Effect 2. When you're trying to recruit Morden to your team, you have to stop this plague on Omega. And when you get to the
Remember this part quite well.
Yeah. When you get to the whole fan control area, there are a bunch of Vorcha mercenaries there. They're like, well, we're not going to let you distribute the cure through the fan system. What are you going to do? Sit there for like a few hours and be like, all right, Vorcha, let's talk this out, you and me. While people are dying horrifically.
I mean, if you exhausted the let me do this option, then that's pretty much then you can go and do it.
I don't even think you got a speech option. I think you got a rocket to the face the second you started.
Yeah, because what's the point of that?
Yeah, and obviously you're not gonna be like, well, I guess we have to let these innocent people die because I'm not going to kill these terrible mercenaries who are trying to end the lives of innocent people for no good reason. Well, just call it a day. Sorry, guys.
Sometimes these things have to be done, and it's not a bad thing to teach young people that sometimes things have to be done.
No.
And the hard way has to be taken.
No, we shouldn't be teaching kids that violence is the best way to resolve problems.
No,
but
that's not what you want either.
But, if someone's, you know what, I'll say it right now. If I have a kid and someone's picking on him in school and like physically hurting my kid,
Absolutely.
I want my kid to tear him apart.
I don't want him to literally kill him.
No.
However, there's something to be said of defending yourself. It hasn't been that long. A lot of people don't understand this, all right? You've lived in America for however long, but 100 years ago was the Wild West.
Yeah.
200 years ago, there was crazy crap. It was brutal then. It was brutal 100 years ago.
You were afraid of sleeping because natives might come in and kill you all in your sleep.
The way that your life has been for your whole life is not how it's been for the way that... it is not the way it's been for the most of humankind. You know?
Yeah, you remember back.
What's some history, folks?
What about like 70 years ago? There was a little thing called World War II, where
that
everybody
was only 70 years ago.
Where everybody got really, really violent. There was a pretty good reason why everyone got really, really violent.
They didn't. They weren't like, I don't know. This doesn't seem right. No, they had to do it right then.
No, and you know what? People tried talking Hitler down. They were like, "Oh, sure, just go ahead and take that Sudetenland. We're not going to use it. Oh, I don't care that I'm infringing on the rights of Czechoslovakia or anything. No big deal. Hitler, you just go ahead and do what you want." And you know what Hitler did? He didn't stop. He kept on right on going, and then we had to teach him a lesson with all of our friends.
Yeah, it's a thing called World War II. In case you're a total idiot.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you must have played video games of it because it's probably the biggest topic for video games there is.
Yeah. It's pretty high up there.
That is the most glorious and most important event in American history.
No, that's something that even pacifists look back on and say, oh, all right, fine. You get this one.
And even if you're some peace-loving hippie, which I use the term very loosely, I call everyone hippie.
Yeah.
I even call hipsters hippies. You need to understand that was a perfect example of justified violence.
That was a thing that needed to be done.
You might question whether or not the nuclear bombs were the correct choice, and you'd be wrong there too. However, that's a different topic.
Yeah, it's just that sometimes violence is necessary. And the point I made in the article was that a lot of games actually do stress non-violence as a way to resolve
Even Fallout
conflict.
does.
Fallout does because I think in almost every situation, every major obstacle or villain in Fallout can be speech checked or like stealthified through or something like that. It gives you the option that if you think about things, you can actually like make life better. I think there are only like 2 bosses in the entire series who can't be speech checked.
Yeah, and that's great. That's how it should be.
Yeah, because if you realize the right thing to say, you realize how to put your intelligence to use, you can really accomplish great things without a lot of bloodshed.
And it's in New Vegas. I almost always go for the speech check for the final guy.
Yeah,
because why not? That's just the way to do it.
Yeah,
I have nowhere to go with this.
It's teaching kids a valuable lesson. Same thing with games like Metal Gear Solid and
Great example.
Deus Ex Human Revolution.
Another great
The
example.
highest ratings in that game you can only get through nonviolent action. You got to sneak around everybody and really rely on your cunning to resolve to overcome obstacles.
That's a perfect example of justified violence. Because even a Solid Snake knows those other guys are soldiers.
Yeah.
They're not evil guys. They just need to be knocked out. And like that kind of thing, it's I don't know where to go with that.
Yeah, I mean, even it's just a case of nobody would get mad nobody gets mad when Solid Snake kills a terrorist. Nobody gets mad when Adam Jensen kills a terrorist. No one gets mad when the courier kills a few legionnaires because they're attacking some innocent town. Nobody gets mad at stuff like that because they realize that that's the kind of thing that violence is actually good for.
I mean, maybe you're one of those hippies, and I use the term hippie lightly, or loosely, who think, well, if those bad men thought the way of peace, then we wouldn't have to have... But they don't think that way.
No, it's...
That's why it has
That's the thing. Nobody else is thinking of peace. That's why there's wars about.
What's important to know is that there are good people on Earth, and there are bad people
And they're mostly good people. I believe that.
I'm not sure. However, I'm going to say that good people in the minority.
Okay.
And that's why it is essential that good people not only know how to defend themselves, but are willing to make the decision and the choice to defend themselves from being taken by these bad people.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people will be like, well, what about a game like Manhunt or a Grand Theft Auto?
Those games are just... All right.
It's pornographic violence, which is...
Grand Theft Auto is a bad example.
Yeah, that's true. It's not as bad.
Although that is glorifying of gang activity in most sense.
Well, yeah. I don't even think it does it as much as Saints Row does, though.
Maybe Grand Theft Auto is just an example of pointless violence.
Yeah, but I mean...
there's never a better cause there. Nico Bellic just was a gangster.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm trying to make a better life. And then he just came and he kills people for no good reason.
Yeah, I mean, even...
No good reason, I'm using lightly here, too.
I mean, even John Marston, he was a violent, murdering man who killed a lot of people for no good reason.
Yeah.
I mean, even he had somewhat of a reason to go about and do the things he did. I mean, you could be a bad guy in that game, but you could also be a really honorable guy who didn't go around being a dick to everybody.
I mean, we're not going to get into a very obvious thing we should get into at some point, which I don't know why we haven't thought of this, is morality systems in games.
Oh, yeah, that is a good point.
Well, we're probably going to do that at some point. Not next episode. Next episode's going to be a softie. But, maybe there should be a stronger reinforcement for brutal or violent actions.
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe there should be, I don't know. Because here's the deal. Once again, games that are really that violent aren't meant for children.
No.
Stop buying them for your kids, man.
And it's not anyone else's... And if a parent lets a kid play that game, I sure
go over this, too, in the rating system.
I sure as heck wouldn't. I sure wouldn't. You think I'd let my... a preteen play Grand Theft Auto? No, sir. Absolutely not.
I wouldn't let him see violent movies, either.
Yeah. Because it's what a responsible parent does. You hear these parents blather on about these kind of games like, oh, well, my child's playing Grand Theft Auto. I didn't know it was going to be so violent.
What are you, an idiot?
2 seconds worth of research.
Read the name. What are you, an idiot?
It's the name of a heinous felony.
The description's right on the box. It tells you what it is. That's why that system's there. You're being an idiot.
Yeah.
Any parent who thinks that it's the video... there's a lot of... Okay. This is going back to that bad thing. There's also a majority of people on Earth are stupid.
Yeah,
and they choose to not take responsibility for something that's obviously their fault. Those people can suck it. If you're listening to the Savop, you are not a stupid person. And if you are, you're not going to be for long. As long as you're really listening.
Because then you won't be stupid for very long. You'll learn stuff.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I think you're getting stupider by not listening to what I just said.
I was explaining to the stupid people. Because they learn about our subtext.
I just got stupider right
Learn
then
about our
listening
subtext.
I taught myself how to be stupid. Guys, I'm just saying, violence in video games is always going to exist because conflict is always going to exist.
Violence is always going to exist.
That's
it's
true.
a thing. It happens in life.
You can't hug your children with nuclear arms.
It sucks. Nobody likes violence. Nobody wants to get hurt. Nobody wants to see other people getting hurt unless you're a terrible person.
Yeah, that is 100% true.
But the simple fact of the matter is, if you don't want to see people get hurt, sometimes you have to hurt the people who want to see other people get hurt.
There are good people and there are bad people. And if you're a good person, you shouldn't mind doing the things that have to be done.
All it takes for evil to triumph is for good men to stand by and do nothing. That's a thing that I earnestly believe in.
That's 100% accurate right now.
Yeah.
That's a perfect point.
It's applying right now. Applying for student aid.
There's a lot of... Because me and D here are big fans of the show Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Which, don't even say anything. You're probably some idiot brony, so you shut up. You shut up right now.
Wait, what's a brony?
A guy who likes effing My Little Pony.
Oh.
They call themselves if they're a guy. Sorry, if they're a guy who likes it.
I thought you were cutting off jabroni, which I liked too.
I know, but now you can't do it because it means that thing instead of the fun thing. But anyway, that show very often encourages violence against evil.
No, it very often encourages righteous violence. There was a whole episode devoted to it.
And you know what? Because as long as you're doing the right thing, that should always triumph. You should always do the right thing over letting bad people do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just I just don't get it. I just don't.
If you're a good person, do what you have to do to make the world better. I'm not saying go out and kill people. That's not what I'm saying.
No.
But if you saw someone being mugged today, would you sit there and be like, well, I'm not going to be violent against that?
Yeah, even if you know what? Even if you saw someone getting mugged and you waited till the muggers left and then you called the police and like made sure the guy was okay, you know what? That's fine. If you don't want, I understand you don't want to you don't want to get hurt yourself. And that might be something where you'd be afraid of, personal bodily harm, which I, fully understand.
You're not even fully a coward then. A lot of people be like, you're a coward for not stepping in. No. You did you did the smart thing. Yeah. You're not a coward.
Yeah, like if you're like this is going to sound incredibly sexist and ageist, but forgive me because it's just making a point. If you're some elderly woman, you're not going to, mix it up with a couple street hooligans.
I don't think it's fair to even imply that you're a sexist or an ageist to imply that an old woman is too weak to take on a young mugger.
I'm just saying. I just don't want people to get offended.
We're becoming too PC, where we have to satisfy the old lady market so they don't get offended. They're listening to the podcast. They're like, I wonder what old D Marks was going to say about today.
I think that's ageist.
And you're like, Grandma, no. And she's like, D Marks said what? And then oh boy, if they are listening, they're real mad now.
Yeah, which
Guys,
is a shame because
it
was a shame because my Grammy is a Golden Gloves boxer.
I thought you were gonna say she's a Golden Club member of the Sons of Idiot Club.
That's funny too in its own way. But yeah, no, the point is, you can do stuff to help other people that doesn't involve violence.
But you can also enough about violence.
Do stuff. That's true.
We talked more about justifiable violence, which was kind of the thing.
Yeah, it was almost exactly the thing.
We started off with a lot of violence in the beginning.
A lot of punching, kicking, hair biting.
Yeah. The thing is, guys, just don't be one of those weirdos who likes to see people getting hurt.
Yeah, that's really what it boils down to.
You're like, oh, dude, that guy broke his arm. That's rad. That's... Man.
Also, we're not trying to offend the consensual BDSM market.
I don't even know that I would have brought that up. And I'll tell you why. Why? Because that's obviously not the same. I wouldn't even call that violence.
I mean, there is some violence to it. Some people, they enjoy, whipping and whatnot.
You punch them in the face, but I feel like violence is done in a manner to hurt people, whereas that is done in a manner to kind of hurt and counteract to pleasure.
Yeah, I think
that's we're gonna have a BDSM podcast.
That's a Kiersey thing. You got to talk to him.
Who?
Dr. Kiersey. He's a very important sex scientist.
Guess what? You went over my head. I'm the second smartest guy in the room, and that one went clear over my head.
And Liam Neeson was in a movie about him. It was a biopic.
What movie was that?
I think it was called Kiersey.
Is it biopic or biopic?
Biopic.
You sure?
Pretty sure. What biopic sounds a lot, exactly what it is than biopic.
Guys, I don't know that we talked about the right thing here, but I like what we have.
Yeah.
I think it's a...
I want you to think about the difference between biopic and biopic.
I also want you to think about the difference between just senseless violence and justified right violence. And think about this. Allies in World War II, that's justified. The Mengelev, that was unjustified. How about that?
I don't even know if that was violence. I think that was
totally brutality.
Cruelty.
Okay, don't think about that then. Okay, think about this. Think about King Arthur on those times when he killed people for the right reason,
I think,
compared to King Arthur on the time he killed the people for the wrong reasons.
Okay, think about the Normandy invasion versus the rape of Nanking.
I don't know enough about the rape of Nanking. I can't think about that. Give me something real.
Let's just go over the fact that the first word in it is literally rape of an entire city.
Yeah, but then you think about stuff like the Boston Massacre, and that was great fun.
Yeah.
Everyone agrees that was good. Okay, think about this, all right? You're killing a civilization of broccoli to eat, or you're killing a civilization of broccoli to kill them. That's the difference. It's justified if you eat them.
I think we should just end. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Guys, welcome back.
You kids like video games?
Guys, we're gonna talk to you about. We've already brought to you once upon a time the official Sons of Video licensed product that is just absolutely sweeping the nation, and we're here to talk to you about yet another fantastic product.
It's not a product; it's a trend that's happening.
Well, it involves products that we endorse.
Well, of course.
Yeah, that's more what I meant.
We're just in so many markets. I don't even know who's selling the stuff.
We got our fingers in a lot of pies.
But here's the thing that's happening, guys. Ooh.
Yeah.
The thing that's happening is people all over the world are doing computer LANs. And
Xbox LANs.
That's true, just LANs in general.
LANs.
But what we've heard is I've heard from our scouts out in the pastures, the ranges and the plains that
I didn't know we had people in the plains now.
Well, but they're called plains rangers. But what's happening is people are doing a new style of LANing. It's called SOV rules.
It's
short for Sons of Video.
Yeah, it used to be known back in the 80s and 70s as extreme
As a
LANing.
twist. Oh.
Well, the 60s it was the twist.
Okay, all
In
right.
the 70s and 80s it was extreme landing. In the 90s it kind of didn't exist at all. And then also in
grunge
the
landing, and it was super underground.
and then it became aught landing, and now it's SOV rules landing.
Because we only really came to power in the late 2012s.
Yeah.
Early 2012s.
Yeah.
We're
That's
releasing
when we
this podcast several months after we record it.
Ascended the throne.
Yeah, and honestly, I love it.
No, I'll tell you, it's just great. I love... Because the thing that I like the most about it,
No, I don't.
it brings people together.
No, it doesn't. I'll tell you why. Well, it does. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Everyone knows that the Sons of Video rules landing involves extreme amounts of wealth.
Well, of course.
To do. Because the thing about it is, never before have you been able to land across two flying planes at the same time.
Well, do you want me to give a little background about all this?
Sure. I mean,
okay. Because the whole thing that this trend started from was, once upon a time, Tom C and I, we're bored on a Friday night.
Apparently born pre-60s.
I said bored.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we were always alive.
Bored on a Friday night, and we're flipping through our contacts list, and we're like, you know what? Get the Queen over here. Get Ted Turner over here. Get Gates over here. Get Richard Branson over here. This is back when we were still friends.
Richard Branson?
Richard Branson's
daughter?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I think it might be his niece. Regardless,
How about his stepwife?
We're like, get these people over here, and we're gonna land because we got nothing better to do. And we all sat down, and we all decide, you know what? This one room with a large TV. Don't get me wrong. That's not going to cut it. Not for the big wigs like us.
We're not going to use just one TV.
No, of course not.
No, obviously not.
Yeah.
No, we all know that R. Branson isn't going to sit there and only use one TV.
Yeah, he's
going to space.
Exactly. So
he's a spaceman.
Branson insisted on going into space, and we're like,
how can we still land? We said.
Well,
we can't land and go into space.
We let him go up into space, and then everyone else, we kind of gathered around. We're like, guys, how are we going to pull this off? Branson's in space. We got no idea what we're doing. And so we came up with a solution, Ted Turner, Bill Gates, and the Queen, and us. And we figured it out using space-age technology and the most advanced cable news bison we could afford.
Everyone knows that this is the traditional thing. What's contemporarily the SOV rules. Because pre-contemporary would be before every beginning of the land, Richard Branson would have to go into space.
Yeah.
That's no longer part of it.
And that was pretty much considered to be the end of the land, as it is.
Yeah. So before the new rules...
Because you're not going to top Richard Branson in space.
You have to do that first for those rules, but we're past that now. Anyway.
All right. So what we ended up...
People get confused between pre-SOV and post-SOV.
So what we ended up doing was, Branson's in space, he's got his vomit rocket, he's setting up his Xbox up there.
I think it's Vomit Comet.
Whatever.
It's called a puke rocket.
Whatever. He's up in space. Comet. He's in orbit. He's plugging his Xbox in.
Why am I not getting any signal?
I can't believe it. I forgot to bring my router up here.
Wi-Fi doesn't work in space.
So what we did was, using everybody else's help, we designed the world's biggest space crossbow. We launched a cable from our Xboxes and launched up to the nearest satellite, which then broadcast our land frequencies into Richard Branson's spaceship.
Is it directed? I thought it was kind of an all over the world deal.
Well, I mean, it's
I know it can reach anywhere in the world.
Well, it's short range. The thing of it is that it'll hit everything, but only in a very small radius.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the same as our defense laser?
No, that's different.
Well, I think I need to do some replugging because I think we're gonna have a problem.
So now we got our land. So now we got our land hooked up to Branson's space jet.
Okay.
But then we run into a few other problems.
There's a difference between a rocket and a jet, right?
Well, the rocket takes off and breaks orbit, and then he takes off in a jet.
Okay.
It detaches.
So he's got like an aircraft carrier rocket.
Kind of.
Okay, that's...
We helped design it.
Oh, well, obviously we had our hands in there.
Yeah. So we have that. So we're all connected now, but then we run into another problem. Guys, we don't have any snacks for these people. And when
How are we going to get those snacks to
When you got a BG, when you got a TT, when you got a QE, when you got an RB...
I can't think of BG.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, yeah.
When you got all those people over, Doritos aren't going to do. Fritos aren't going to do. Almost anything by Frito-Lay's isn't going to cut it.
Come on, man. They're our number one spokespeople.
I'm just saying. I'm telling the truth. I'm putting it out there.
I think we've... Well, this was before. Now, since then, they've reinvented themselves to be...
Well, of course.
Space allowed.
Yeah, they have. There's the exclusive Savop rules Frito-Lay's collection, but we're not going to go into that right
That's
now.
only for if you're in the club.
Yeah.
If you're in the gold members club.
So, we're out of food. We can't call it for pizza because it's way too...
Pizza Hut's spaceship only goes on Tuesdays.
It's a day that doesn't exist, guys. We were doing this on a day that doesn't exist. That poor
guys.
people don't know about.
Yeah.
So, we couldn't get delivery. We didn't have any acceptable other snacks. So what did we do, Tom?
Well...
Because I think they're going to like this part.
Here's the deal. You're in space, you think you can only get, like, a Tang. You're thinking...
An astronaut's ice cream.
Because the rest of us, we're in Costa Rica, which everyone knows is the Wi-Fi capital of the world. It's where it started.
After we got there.
It's where it started, where we started it. It's where the most powerful signals are. Everyone knows. Costa Rica. I don't even know what Costa Rica is.
Because we attach routers to Pelicans.
We also moved...
And toucans.
Yeah, no, you're right. But, so, you're thinking space. You're thinking Tang. You're thinking powdered Tang.
Astronaut ice cream.
You're thinking ice cream Tang. You're thinking of, like...
Astronaut Tang.
Lamb Tang. Like a pie Tang. You got the Tang up there.
Tubes of goop.
But Richard Branson isn't having that.
No.
He's rich. I don't care where... Get it, Rich? Richard Branson.
Good.
He's not going to have it. He's a rich man.
He has a gold-plated spaceship, guys.
That's not true. Gold's malleable.
Well, on the inside.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You've never been inside a spaceship, huh?
I guess Bran, as I call him, I guess we're not as close as I thought.
I only saw it.
Oh, well, okay. Anyway,
I don't want you to feel bad. I only saw it.
So, as you know, rich people, we have things that you don't have.
No, of course.
As the world's most successful podcast, somehow for decades.
Decades.
I don't know how that happened.
Decades, they says.
We went back in time with our Savop brand time capsule.
I don't know about the time capsule.
Sorry. But everyone knows that rich people can have food appear to them through Wi-Fi. And that's thanks
Obviously.
It's thanks to us.
We pioneered it started with the internet pizza.
Yeah. We're like, Richard, what do you want to eat? We can get anything up there.
Yes.
And he's like, I want English pie. I want English cake. I want space English cake pie.
I want space tea English.
And so what we did was we got it to him there via Wi-Fi.
Via the Wi-Fi.
And they don't need to know more of the origin. They need to know how they can do it.
Yeah. And that's what we start talking about
how
now.
the trend is spreading.
Well, it's catching fire, almost literally. And in some cases literally, because those rockets, God rest those poor souls.
These people at home, they don't have the rockets. No. They don't have the money.
No.
What I hear they're doing is water rockets.
I've heard fireworks also.
Yeah. And that's cool and all, but it's leading to a lot of disasters.
Yeah. More so the fireworks and the water rockets.
You can't do Savrule's landing unless you have a degree in ballistics,
rocketry,
rocket surgery,
astronomy.
Astronomy, definitely. Astrology, also.
Less of astrology, but yeah, a little
Neurology.
bit. Yeah.
Phrenology.
Yeah.
Zoology.
Numerology.
Magic.
You have to be at least a third level wizard.
You need a BS.
Yeah.
In magic.
Yeah.
And until you get all of those, you can't do it. But there are people who are doing it.
Yeah. And we do not recommend that you do it.
Get the kit. We sell the kit.
We've got the kit.
We just buy the kit. Because here's the deal. It was made by third level wizards. It was made by third level artisans.
Artificers.
It was made by third level rocketeers.
You know what? We've got
They did the work so you don't have to.
We've got 3rd level packages, 5th level packages, 7th level packages, up to 10th level packages.
Your video gaming lands are gonna get sweet.
They're gonna get magical.
TM. Oh. You're gonna just get...
Tom, tell them what's in the standard 3rd level package.
3rd level package.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually the lowest level you can get.
That's what I said, the standard. That's the standard.
Yeah, the standard.
Yeah.
Here's what you get. You get 200 miles of Wi-Fi cable.
200 miles. That's a bargain right there.
Yeah. We didn't even tell them the price. Regardless, you get that. You get 2 cables, which are just regular Wi-Fi cables.
Right.
They're, of course, invisible.
Yeah.
But they're gold-plated. That's the thing. It also comes with no Xbox. You got to bring that to the table.
Well, yeah. We're not affiliated with the Microsoft Corporation.
It doesn't come with friends.
Even though we're close to Bill Gates. BG.
It doesn't come with any actual means in which to plug into a system.
No,
that's on the accessory package. That's either on the level 7 package or the accessory pack you can buy for an additional sum.
Tom, right now on this podcast only, we're including it in the 5th level package.
I didn't know we were selling it. We don't have people doing that?
Well, we'll give them a special...
Okay, well, we are. So you get one...
We'll give them a special promo code that they enter in.
Everyone knows the promo code is...
Tissues.
It's Fudge Din Din. So you're going to go in there. You're going to get these cables.
Okay, Tom.
They're all invisible gold-plated. They're the fastest you can get.
No.
They're space-time
They're so
Wi-Fi.
fast I could barely catch them.
What's the joke? What's the joke? What's the joke? Anyway, it's true. Because it's true. There's no joke there because it's true. You can't catch these Wi-Fis.
Well, I meant the actual wires themselves.
You can't catch those either.
Oh.
That's no joke.
I didn't realize they were animated.
Do you know how much work our 3rd level wizards had to go through to get these cables to go that fast?
Apparently a lot more work than I anticipated.
Yeah. We're selling a truly great product here. Your gaming is going to go to the next level, right?
Trademark.
It's an R and a T.
Yeah.
Because trademark doesn't not have an R in it.
No, of course not.
It's also a C and a CM.
Yeah.
For Cartoon Network.
LLC.
Guys, get the Sov Rules land package.
If
you want to be the next landowner.
Nice. Don't worry if it sounds complicated. Each kit, no matter what level you buy, comes with a 2,000-page instruction book, or you can find our 20-terabyte instruction manual PDF online on our website.
Or go to one of our many kiosks where a clone of me and D will teach you how to do it.
A holographic clone.
That's the thing. The clone
Try
be
and
the
tell
thing.
us. Try and tell us it's not real.
They're invisible and they're gold plated too.
Yeah.
They're running at the operating speeds that you need to achieve that kind of landing.
Trademark.
Trademark. Guys, just get the package. You probably already have it.
Yeah. Now, what it's important to realize is that at LANs or online, you have to follow the rules.
Guys, this isn't even a joke.
This is real.
This is not even a joke. The last part was not a joke either, but this is really not a joke. Everyone knows you've been online. You've been trying to play your favorite Call of Duty.
Here, Tom, let me
duty
do.
calls.
I apologize in advance, but let me do a little reenactment of what it sounds like online.
Don't curse.
I won't
Or
curse.
swear.
I won't do any of that.
Or queer.
Okay, I might queer a little bit.
Or curse.
All right, here it comes.
Oh my god, guys, I can't believe that.
That's what it sounds like online all the time.
Okay, well, so what? So they should buy a better microphone?
They should learn how to use a microphone.
That's not even what we're talking about.
It's a little what I'm talking about. It's poor etiquette to be really freaking close to a microphone so that all the levels and everyone who's trying to listen...
Get close to the microphone.
No, I'm making a point.
Never should we do it.
Not
even as a joke.
I'm making a point here. It's really annoying.
I'm talking about etiquette.
This is etiquette. I don't understand how it's not etiquette.
Mic technique is not etiquette.
It sure should be considered etiquette.
Listen, you're sort of right.
Thank you. That's all I was
there
wondering.
is some etiquette too, Mikes. Like, we want to talk about the etiquette of being an online gamer, guys. Here's the deal. Some people, you're an idiot, you leave your mic on, your mic's broken. So you have noises the whole time. Some people, they do get too close to your mic. Some people are blasting your ear, they're too loud.
They have filters on that makes their voice sound incredibly annoying.
Why would you do... that's actually apparently true of PS3. I didn't know that. They have, like, voice-changing things.
Yeah, I believe it.
I didn't know that. So, guys, etiquette. Stop being an idiot
Stop
online.
doing that.
Stop being an idiot. You're online. You're like, you're dumb to people you're shooting. Listen, you're killing people. You're teabagging them. That hasn't been funny for years.
Here's also, if you get killed, they're not cheating, okay?
Yeah, some people are better than you.
Unless they are cheating, in which case you guys need to stop it.
Yeah, why would you cheat on a game, man? So many people, like, okay, I'm going to go over some real talk. BF3, I played the game when it first came out. Every single match had hackers in it. Every single one. You're like, oh, someone else was banned for aimbot. Someone else was banned for this. Why would you cheat in these games? What's the fun?
No.
What's the fun?
I saw it in World at War. There'd be people who would be like, well, I know how to get underneath the level, so I can't be shot, but I can shoot everyone else.
Why?
Why?
What's the fun? Literally, at that point, you're only trying to make other people, like, upset or, like, annoyed. Is that what you want to do?
Which is a thing, and those people need to die.
What's the point? What are you playing the game for? Just go outside and get punched in the face.
I'm a troll. I know how to do stuff. This is really funny, right, guys?
You're the kind of people who, they have nothing, and they're never going to have anything.
No, quit being internet bullies. That's what you are.
No, that's giving them a little too much power.
Yeah.
You're just a stupid annoyance that for some reason I can't get rid of. Just cut it out.
Just quit it.
There's no... I mean, if you're playing a single-player game, then whatever. Do whatever you want. I don't care. Do cheats all day.
Yeah, throw
if you're
them in
online, it's not even funny. It can't be that much fun for you.
People are abiding by... What makes you so special? That you don't have to abide by the rules that everyone else is abiding by.
See, even that. But my question is, why is that fun? It's not. You're not having that much fun. You're doing it until you're getting bored. Where if you actually played the game, you'd be still playing it.
Yeah.
You're stupid. That's one thing. Thing two.
Okay.
You got people. Okay. There's a lot of talk about girl gamers online, and that's something everyone. You're allowed to be a girl. You're allowed to be a guy or a girl, whatever. But here's the deal. Don't bring it up. I don't care if you're a girl.
Also, I don't care what nationality you are.
That's way true. So many people online have like their ethnicity or nationality. I don't care about that.
Or the fact that they're a girl gamer. It's kind of all the same thing.
Yeah, true. Just shut up and play the game.
Yeah.
I don't
care.
need to know anything about you. I will never meet you in real life. I'm never going to look you up. I'm never going to... Never will I see you again outside that lobby unless I make some kind of effort in which then we can talk about it.
No, and the thing of it is, like, if you're playing a game with these people in real life, you wouldn't give what nationality or what gender they were a second thought.
I'm a Czech roast. You'd be like, whatever, I don't
Who
care.
cares?
Shut up. You suck at the game.
You're awful.
Whenever I see someone with a nationality or a gender in the name, they're my first target. Because I'm like, you shut up. I don't care about you. The Tom C approach to life has always been, I don't care about you.
It's true.
And it remains that throughout the entirety of the game. That's rule number 2 for me.
Point 3.
Point 3.
Leave other races alone. Don't bring your racist stuff into this.
Oh, what's the point of being racist on an online game?
Yeah.
Wait, is this your soapbox?
Oh, check it out. My sticky is a swastika or a picture of Hitler wearing a thing.
Ha 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 ha. What?
Why?
Why? What? Who are you trying to get a rise out of people? What? What's the fun of this?
Yeah.
I'm not even like some guy who's like, everyone follow the rules or you're stupid. It's just not funny.
No.
It's not like not funny and you should take this seriously. It's not funny and there's no comedy in it.
No, it's
not comedically funny.
First of all, racists, do you think video games are the soapbox to start preaching?
That's what it just said and it's true.
Yeah, there's no need for it.
First of all, we all know every race is equal in how they're not as good as black people.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Black people are the ultimate race.
Yeah.
They're a super race.
Yeah.
We all know that. That's where we are now.
Yeah.
But
people need to be mature enough to accept that.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
So everyone get on our level, all right?
Except for black people. You're already great.
Yeah, you stay up there. Anyway, no, really, though.
Yeah, just quit it, guys.
Even with those... Because I'm going to key off that. even if you're going for that stupid controversial thing with like a swastika or whatever, it's been done. You're not clever. You're some stupid kid.
Yeah.
F off.
But
Look at me. I'm so smart. I'm aware of hate stuff. You're an idiot. Do some work.
You're just
try
an
and
idiot.
be creative. Like, if you want to have controversy, do the work.
you know what?
Also, don't do it in a video game. Be
Here's
an
the
artist or something. Draw a picture of yourself.
No, 'cause, like,
punching yourself.
in I guess it was Black Ops, the one where you could make your your symbols or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, you have people who would make swastikas, and you have people who would manipulate the actual objects to make it look like someone was giving a hand job to a horse. That's hilarious, and everyone likes that all the time.
I mean, you might be saying kids shouldn't see that. Kids shouldn't be playing these games.
Like, that's at least creative. Somebody was like, if I put that hand with the dagger where that horse is standing, it would look really funny.
Those people have a lot of extra time, I admit it. However, that is way more, it's probably a little bit more controversial, and it's definitely more entertaining.
No, I'm laughing
You're not
right
sitting there
now.
going like, come on, kid, stop being an idiot. You're literally being like, that guy really did some work on it.
That guy really thought ahead.
He sat there, he put the effort in. And you gotta appreciate him for that. Guys, I don't think that people with bad etiquette are listening to this podcast.
No, because you guys are great, and we love you all
True
a
gamers
lot.
don't do that. True gamers want to see this evolve.
No.
True gamers want to see everyone have fun.
Yeah, because that's what I think. What a lot of people have that a stereotype of gamers, especially online gamers, are like,
A little whiny baby,
yeah,
man.
they're gonna
The troll hacker, bro.
noob fragging noobs.
No, that's
Smoking 420, man.
Maybe-
Fragging noobs.
Okay, that is true of Call of Duty, but those people need to stop playing too. Okay, let's go to point 4. If you like
I think we're on
drugs,
point. I think we're on point 5 now.
whatever. If you're into drugs or whatever, shut up.
No, if you're into drugs, just stop. Period.
I'm so drunk right now. I don't care. I don't care what you're doing right now. You could be effing tripping on 1,000. What's the newest?
you could have
drug
it.
to
You
be
could have
tripping
it. You
on?
could have an IV drip of LSD.
You could be taking so many Flintstones vitamins that you're blowing bloody chunks all over the place.
A sweet Alabama chunk blow.
I don't care what you're doing. You shouldn't even own a microphone.
No,
Not even. Just don't even think about it.
because here's the deal. When people behind like Call of Duty and stuff, when they put microphone capabilities in, they weren't like people could be like, "Oh man, I can see all the
No one on earth
crawlies."
cares. And if you're a person who sits there and is like, that guy's doing some pot, he's so cool.
I can't believe people are doing pot on the
How
internet.
cool is that guy who's telling me about it? Nice going, man. Tee-hee, that doesn't exist.
No.
You don't exist, first of all. And if you do exist, what? What
If
are you, an idiot?
If you do exist, you will stop existing soon.
Because it's not interesting.
No.
It's not special. It's getting in the way of the game. Just let's play an effing game, man. Seriously. I don't know if I can think of anything else.
Yeah, we should. I'm getting angry, so we should just stop.
Oh, if you're a kid, get rid of your microphone.
Yeah.
What am I, racist to kids? Yeah, I absolutely am. Kids should not be playing. First of all, M-rated games.
You're reversed ageist.
If there's a kid playing an M-rated game, do not use a microphone, or I'm going to be angry at you because you shouldn't play an M-rated game.
You're going to be the first to die.
I mean, even if you're like the most mature kid on earth, whatever, you still shouldn't be doing it.
Anyway, guys, that's it. We're cutting it.
I'm cutting it. Yeah, we could write an article about this on a day when I'm not lazy.
Anyway, guys,
We got to hit the plugs.
blogs, YouTubes, emails.
That's not a plug. We have to give the names to the stuff.
It's Sons of Video blog, Sons of Video YouTube, Sons of Video Gmail.
No, it's not. There's actual things here. Because here's the deal. We didn't do it last week and we're supposed to. Every week, if you email us, we pick a random emailer to give stuff to.
You know what? We'll even extend it to YouTube or blog commenters.
Will we?
Yeah, we will.
All right.
Because we're trying to encourage across all forms.
I want to encourage emailing. That's the thing. That's what we're doing. We're doing emails.
Yeah.
Double Steam prize if you email.
Okay.
I'm up in the ante, broasts.
A regular Steam prize. You know
That's
what?
how we're going to find the Steam name of some random commenter.
Because they could just tell us.
Yeah, I guess.
We'll figure
We're going to
something
use
out.
logic. I don't know, man.
Guys, we'll figure something out. The point is, we want your feedback.
Our email is sonsofvideo@gmail.com.
And we want your feedbags.
Our blog spot is sonsofvideo@blogspot.com. Our YouTube, just search Sons of Idiot.
Yeah. Our very popular series of Let's Plays are very popular.
I think if you actually Google our Sons of Idiot, it's our first response is the
Yeah.
YouTube page.
And you're going to like the way you look.
So just get in
watching
there,
our videos.
email us, do the things that we want you to do, and stop doing anything else.
Yeah, guys.
We're not only your masters, but your super masters. And your supreme overlords. And your Sapizza overlords.
Guys, since we said Sapizza overlords, that means it's time to...
Describe what we're doing.
It means we're time to tell you about this list.
We're going to ramp it out.
This list we got here.
We're going to do our favorite segment, and we're going to ramp it out.
It's the best NES games as told by videogameslist.com.
And you know what that means? It's time for 3, 2, 1.
Speed reviews. Go.
Go.
Double Dragon, Tom, go.
Double Dragon for the NES is a game where you're 2 dragons at once. So you get a 2 out of 10. Bionic Commando.
Okay, we can rebuild him, make him stronger, better, faster than he was before. $6 million man out of 10. Castlevania 2.
Castlevania 2 is...
Really? Castlevania 2? Sorry, go ahead.
It's Castlevania 2. 1 out of 10. Metroid.
Metroid, you play as the popular Metro, and you have to get to all the stops on time. 7 out of 10. Contra.
In Nicaragua, you're chilling out. Just riding with some homies, bruh. 10 out of 10. Mike Tyson, Punch Out.
If it's a popular boxing game, you box all your favorite cartoon pals, including Mike Tyson. 3 rounds out of 10.
Take a bite out of crime.
Nice. Bubble Bobble.
Bubble Bobble is, I think, a typo, so we're not going to include that one. Mega Man 2.
Mega Man 2, this is a really good game. You got your Buster Cannons, you got your additional Buster Cannons. You're going to run around, you're going to jump, you're going to shoot, and it's going to be great. 2 out of 10. Legend of Zelda.
Legend of Zelda was a game where you're an adventurer named Legend, and he runs around, and he's the last guy on Earth, but he also has a dog, and also there's other people. And then you find some book, and it's like the Bible, but no one tells you. And then, like, your name's Eli too, but also you're Will Smith. 10 out of 10. Super Mario Bros. 3.
That was a little long. Super Mario Bros. 3 is just a great game. Period. 10 out of 10.
We did it. That's
Guys,
the podcast for today.
do the things. All right.
This
see
week.
ya.
Bye.